Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another high quality foodie feature for you here on the channel. This time over at good old Carl's Jr. because it looks like a classic menu favorite's getting upgraded with a little bit of heat. And you know what? As good as that actually looked up on the window, it looks even better in my hands right now. Guys, feast your eyes on their all new fiery double famous star. A charbroiled situation for sure, guys. This is looking pretty fantastic. So starting off with the obvious on this one, underneath the sesame seeded bun, we've got a very decent portion of their new fiery sauce, and that's complemented with a lot of sliced jalapeños. And that's actually all sitting on top of two charbroiled beef patties, guys, looking pretty lovely. Each separated with 2 slices of pepper jack cheese, so we've definitely got a melty situation going on there. And underneath that, we've got all the standard goodies here. We've got some onion, some lettuce, and tomato. And underneath that, we've got more of that fiery sauce. So I gotta admit, guys, this is looking really, really tasty. And I gotta say, the presentation is definitely a feast for the eyes, guys. This looks very close to the picture up on the window, even though it's just a little bit smaller. But I am digging the presentation, and the aroma in my car is definitely classic Carl's Jr. A lovely situation in that regard. All right, so let's peep this out in the flavor department to see if it's gonna deliver. This is the all-new fiery double famous star here at Carl's Jr. Here we go. Wow, that sauce has got some sizzle. It's definitely elevated compared to the jalapeños. The jalapeños have a little bit to them as well. They're very distinct in that flavor department. But man, my mouth is beginning to water already. The sauce is elevated on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe 7, 7.5. No joke, guys. The fiery name is warranted. Let's keep going in. Yeah, there is definitely some elevated heat with this one, and it's not just coming from those jalapeños like I mentioned, guys. I want to say there's some cayenne in this because it is really elevated and it is really stinging me as I'm talking right now. This is not bad. So of course the accent of the jalapeños is adding to that because of the pickled flavor. And then when you add in the pepper jack cheese for creaminess, which honestly I don't think is delivering any flavor because the sauce flavor is what's overshadowing it there. You're getting all the other goodies with this one here. So obviously the tomato, the onions, and the lettuce. But guys, this is really a showcase for the sauce, and man, does it go really well with that charbroiled beef. Man, talk about upgrading a classic. I've actually had the famous star a bunch of times over the years, in addition to reviewing the Beyond version of it here on the channel, which you guys can find on the playlist popping up on your screen here right now. In addition to the spicy Western bacon cheeseburger, that was another variation of a classic they kicked up with some heat as well. But believe it or not, this sauce completely kills that. As good as that review was, and I had a lot of fun putting it together, this one is crazy in the heat department. I am burning up stinging right now, and I'm loving it. Let's keep going in. Man, the heat is really beautiful in this. And you know what? The accent, too, that I'm really liking about this is the fact that the leaf lettuce is so vibrant. This is probably some of the best lettuce I've had in a very long time over here at Carl's. It looks like I'm having a salad on the inside of this burger here right now. It's pretty large, guys, and it really complements everything else here. Color-wise, it looks great. But again, the star of the show is easily going to be the sauce with this one, along with those pickled jalapeños. And again, the creaminess of that cheese, I'm not really tasting it. I'm just tasting creaminess, but the flavor of everything else is crazy on this. This is really good. You know, I gotta say, when I unwrapped this one, I was really glad there was the typical burger wrapper on the very back of this here, or the burger diaper as I like to call it. But guys, considering the amount of lettuce that's on this right now, I'm really digging the fact that it's kind of keeping everything together on top of the cheese keeping everything together. So it's not really necessary, even though there's a lot of sauce on this, everything is being held together beautifully. And again, those jalapeños are absolutely banging on this here right now. Let me see if I can just pull one out really fast just to kind of show you. They are nice, thick cut, guys. I am really, look at that. Look at the thickness there. Really, really nice. And they complement that sauce. Let me try it by itself. Man. Pickle goodness. Wow. Steamy. Guys, that is really, really heated. Even more so on its own. Man, that is a concentrated burn. Don't do that on your own if you can help it. Eat it with a sandwich. Oh, oh man. I don't have anything to drink here. As usual, let me go for a quick bite. Hang on. I was trying to absorb that concentrated burn. That is really giving me some problems right now. This is very, very hot. On its own, that 7.5 is maybe 8.5. No joke. It is very much up there. If you want to talk really fast food ghost pepper, that's reminiscent of what ghost pepper should be because it's elevated. The real ghost pepper, but within fast food right now because it really is an elevated heat, guys. It really is. All right, so let me go for one more bite of this one. We'll finish this one up after the rating. But guys, a lovely situation with the famous star over here, especially in fiery form. Let's do it. Yeah, you spice heads are gonna dig this one for sure. That sauce is no joke. It complements everything very nicely, and the accent of those jalapeños is almost adding insult to injury, but in a good way because it's extra heat and extra pickle flavor to go with everything. And when you add that to the awesome flavor of the charbroiled beef over here at Carl's Jr., you already know this is gonna be a lovely situation. Even if the cheese is not quite as flavorful as I would have liked, as little piece falls off the front there. But even still, guys, a lovely situation. Man, I can't remember the last time I had a burger this hot from Carl's Jr. It was probably like maybe the El Diablo burger from back in the day, which again, you can find in that playlist in the upper right-hand corner of your display. But guys, this is a beautiful kick up to the famous star over here. And I gotta admit, the fact that you can get this in a single, which is awesome, the double, which is how they advertise it, or even the triple, you have a lot to look forward to, especially if you love the beef over here, because it is pretty banging. So with that said, I'm going to have to give the all-new fiery double famous star here at Carl's Jr. an awesome 9 out of 10. It may lose a point because the flavor of the cheese simply wasn't there. And now that I think about it, possibly because of the heat of the sauce itself drowning everything out, that may have been the reason for that. But even still, it did help to hold everything together. As I usually say, it is the glue to do just that. This burger is still super delicious, easily worth your time. And like I said, if you're a spice head, you have a lot to look forward to. Big time. Okay, now the all-important question, aside from asking if you're going to give this one a shot, because if you've made it this far into the review, you're probably going to, are you actually going to get this one in a single, double, or a triple? Drop those comments down below, and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Oh hey, and if you are going to give this one a shot, don't forget the drink. Nice one, Ian. Nice one. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.